It was another scorching hot day in New York, but that didn't stop thousands of people from crowding the docks along the Hudson River. The scene looked and sounded like the 4th of July. Bands played patriotic tunes as men, women, and children on both sides of the Hudson cheered and waved small American flags. Even the SS Manhattan was dressed for the occasion, with its red hull, white superstructure, and red, white, and blue funnels. Planes circled overhead, and out on the water, boats sounded their horns and shot streams of water high into the air in celebration. As far away as Kansas and California, families gathered around their radios, listening to announcers describe the festivities. At 12 noon, more than 400 American athletes, coaches, officials, family members, and journalists would set sail on a 9-day journey to Germany for the greatest spectacle in the world, the 11th Olympic Games. But first, there was much to behold at Pier 60. An African-American man gave out homemade good luck charms to the athletes as they boarded the ship, but he didn't even bother to hand one to the great black track star from Ohio State, Jesse Owens, telling onlookers that Owens wouldn't need any luck in Berlin. Up on deck, a group of female athletes, there were a record number of them on this U.S. Olympic team, gathered in 2 rows for a photo. One woman called out, "We're going to bring home the bacon, aren't we, girls?" And her teammates let out a big cheer. And who was that sprinting up the gangplank onto the boat? It was Willard Schmidt, all 6'9" of him, a skinny Nebraska farm boy who was the last man added to the U.S. Olympic basketball team. He hurried on board so nobody could stop him. Just being on this ship and on this team felt like such an improbable dream, he was afraid somebody would pinch him and it would all be over. Next came Schmidt's USA basketball teammates, including 5 more players from the Globe Refiners, his amateur team in McPherson, Kansas, 7 from the Universals of Los Angeles, and 1 college player from the University of Washington. The Olympic team had been assembled by merging the 2 best amateur teams in the country, along with the 1 college player, after a qualifying tournament in New York, where the Universals came in first and the Refiners second. The men who followed Schmidt onto the ship included Frank Frankenstein Lubin, a hulking 6'7" center, assistant coach Gene Johnson, stylishly dressed and talkative as usual, and his soft-spoken brother, Francis, a star of the team. Along, too, came Sam Balter from L.A., and his buddies Art Molnar, Carl Schei, and Carl Knowles. Lumbering aboard came big college Joe Fortenberry, the gentle giant from Happy, Texas. Tex Gibbons boarded the ship with 1 arm in a sling, while center Ralph Bishop from Washington, the only college player on the team, chatted with 9 fellow UW Huskies, young men who would compete in a highly anticipated rowing event in Berlin. Rounding out the group were head coach Jimmy Needles, in desperate need of coffee. He drank 25 cups a day, along with Jack Ragland, Dwayne Swanson, Donald Piper, and Bill Wheatley. The names of these men have been forgotten, but they were an important and historic group. 1936 marked basketball's debut as an official Olympic sport, and this was the first ever United States Olympic basketball team. Decades later, the U.S. Olympic basketball team would be dubbed the Dream Team, and a new collection of superstars would command the world's attention at the Summer Olympics every 4 years. But for Oscar Robertson and Jerry West to win Olympic gold in 1960, for Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, and Larry Bird to win in 1992, or for Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and Kevin Durant to taste gold more recently, there had to be this bunch of no-names walking up the plank at Pier 60 in 1936.